late. 2 p.m. the event was supposed to start. I only got here at like 2:03, but I'm glad it rained. So the whole delay pushed a ton of crowd, and then there's like there's a whole half-an-hour delay. But it's cool. Definitely, it should be worth the wait. The online reviews haven't been all that great, but I think the event will be worth it.
In fact, the OnePlus 3 and the OnePlus 3T were the highest rated smartphones on Amazon India. And I think most importantly, the users and our fans and our community here in India really had a strong response to the products. And I think it's funny when people ask me, oh, we go Europe, North America, here, people always ask me where are the most passionate fans. You know what I always tell them? You know where they are? So thank you. Give yourself a round of applause.
When you hold your phone, you will immediately notice how slim it is. At 7.25 millimeters, the OnePlus 5 is the most slimmest OnePlus flagship ever. And another feature that stands out is the alert slider on the left side, which is a kind of iconic feature of the OnePlus devices, and which allows you to control how and when you are alerted right from your pocket using 3 different notification profiles. And right below, you have the volume rocker. Hello? Yes. And power button is on the right side. And SIM tray is over there. And on the front, you will find a 16 megapixel camera for crystal clear selfie and the live streaming. And if you see carefully, then you can find the speaker grill on the top of the device. And fingerprint scanner has embedded in home button, and which can unlock your phone in just 0.2 of seconds. So on the bottom, we kept the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the OnePlus 5. And USB Type-C port is right next to the headphone jack. And all the buttons and ports on the OnePlus 5 have been etched to fit in perfectly with the overall design. And I want to talk about the colors. So today we bring you the 2 color option of the OnePlus 5 at launch. So first one is the midnight black, and second color option is slate gray. We offer a unibody design, and thanks to the horizon line, a slightly rounded edge and curved back panel for enduring the tactile feeling in your hand.
Let's start with heart of our device, our new processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 with 8 cores, made in 10 nanometer processing technology with clock speed up to 2.45 is the most powerful processor you can find on market right now. We are also confident that our users travel a lot, and this is why our goal was to create one device fitting global needs. With support to 6 modes and 34 network bands, as well as 141 combinations, we are able to provide our users fast internet all around the world. Also, thanks to MIMO technology, we are providing fastest Wi-Fi on mobile. Our battery has a capacity of 3300 mAh and, of course, supports our beloved dash charge. Our ceramic fingerprint scanner unlocks your phone in just 0.2 seconds. Our screen size, as always, is 5.5 inches. This is also best-in-class optic AMOLED. But this year we have something special. We also support DCI P3 color gamut to make the best out of color on your screen. In terms of cameras, we have not only improved our main 16-megapixel sensor, but we have also added second 20-megapixel telephoto lens. And this preset gives us the highest resolution on any dual camera system. In terms of storage, this time we are supporting with up to 128 gigabytes of storage made in the latest UFS 2.1 standard, supporting dual-lane technology for the fastest reading and writing of data on your phone. In terms of RAM, ever since the OnePlus One, we have been setting bar really high. And this time, with up to 8 gigabytes of the fastest and latest LPDDR4X storage, we are raising this bar again. We know that some might say that 8 gigabytes of RAM is a little bit overkill, but we think otherwise. We believe that as smartphones are becoming the primary device in our lives, it makes a lot of sense to provide you with more storage, more memory than your average desktop. Now let's talk about charging. Let's see this comparison of OnePlus 5 right next to Samsung Galaxy S8.
One of the software features that I'd like to introduce today is the app priority. I have a couple of apps used every morning, like news, email, or some messengers. And app priority has the ability to prioritize my most used apps and keep them ready to launch whenever I need them. In addition, it deprioritizes the apps you rarely use, and which keeps them from affecting the performance and battery drains. Again, it's just as much about the overall feeling of the smoothness and as it is about speed. So let me show you how it works. We don't take the screen latency lightly. In daily use, the difference between a 10 millisecond reaction and a slightly slower one can break your user experience. On the OnePlus 5, we have reduced the input lag and improved the touch latency. We had a dedicated team for this special project, and they have worked for over 180 days to develop more than 40 different sets of the optimization algorithms. And they use the high-speed camera to record the tiny and slightest movement of the screen. And our engineers, they tested it to determine which would be the best upgrade for you. And this is the OnePlus approach to every detail which impacts the user experience. So to achieve the more natural viewing experience, we wanted to do something special on the screen. So now OnePlus 5 is equipped with an optic AMOLED display, which is still the top AMOLED screen now. It's the first ever global smartphone that changed the color temperature based on the surrounding light. So you can imagine the similar experience of the e-reader. So we embedded the ambient sensor at the front of the OnePlus 5. So therefore, the screen acts like a real paper. It adjusts the color temperature according to your environment in real time. And it's similar to how physical paper looks differently in different environments. This allows us to do a couple of real cool things. Your display will automatically adjust with the light around you for a more natural and comfortable viewing experience. Our reading mode can be toggled on and off manually. And if you set your favorite reading app, such as the Kindle app, then it will turn on the reading mode automatically when you open that application. Oxygen OS is built to adopt India. Paytm is pretty popular in India. So Oxygen OS team is working together with the Paytm to provide the quick pay, which is a quick way to access the Paytm, the payment page. So let's look at this carefully, because it's really fast. Did you aware what happened? You don't need to unlock your phone, open the app, and find the payment page in the application. With the registered fingerprinter, just one simple long press, home button will bring you to payment page directly within seconds. For the best camera experience, we added 60 megapixel plus 20 megapixel dual camera. And for the smoothest experience, we have up to 8 gigabyte RAM and up to 128 gigabyte UFS 2.1 storage. And we have the most powerful processor, Snapdragon 835. And this charge will change your charging habit. And finally, we have the Oxygen OS, which is refined version of the Android.
Okay, so the event just got done. It was quite a bit of fun. Not very interesting as an event, not entertaining at all, because like the whole question and answer thing was, so they had like a competition for a total prize of 1 crore, which is cool, right? But here there's a whole display of photos taken on OnePlus 5s, and I honestly feel like the camera is one of the most spectacular parts of the phone. Like they had some comparison tests, and the camera definitely seemed to surpass the iPhone 7. They didn't even compare to the S8 camera, because everyone knows that shit. And dash charging on the OnePlus 5 is next level cool. They compared it to the Galaxy S8's adaptive fast charging, and I think it was in the same time on a car charger, the OnePlus 5 charged I think like 4 times the amount of battery that the S8 did. It was pretty spectacular. These photos are pretty cool though. I got back inside the dome. Everyone's lining up to take photos with the OnePlus people. Oh, there's an experience zone. Everyone's lining up to take pictures with the OnePlus dudes and Veer Das and the hosts. Mikael, what expectations do you have with the OnePlus in India overall?
OnePlus in India is doing great, and we really love Indian users. So.
Okay, from all the leaks and expectations of the iPhone 8, how do you think it'll compare?
Comparing OnePlus 5 to iPhone
8.
To
From all the
8,
speculations that.
I think it'll be a good device. I hope so, at least. I mean, it's good for industry if they will do something.
Do you think this is OnePlus is heading towards the luxury phone market? Are we going to see phones getting more and more expensive?
Definitely.
To compare more with the flagships out there?
When we create phone, we don't think about price. We think about best possible phone we can make, and the price is.
It also affects the market it targets, right? So now, are we heading towards the premium market to compare more on a level scale with
We
iPhone
have
8?
always perceived OnePlus as a premium phone and the
Regardless
price.
of the price.
Yeah, regardless of the price.
Awesome.
Price is not our goal or anything we want to focus on.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was an amazing
Nice to meet
event.
you.
Congratulations. Best of luck with
Thank you very
OnePlus. Hey boss, can we do a couple quick questions to that up?
Sure, who's going here?
How do you think with all of the iPhone 8 speculations, how well do you think the OnePlus 5 will compare?
I mean, I think for us, we just worry about what we're doing and what we do. So we don't
We
tend
should
to
thank
worry.
iPhone for educating the market with a dual camera.
I think
So, I mean,
I think what we're happy about is we believe this is our most competitive and complete product to date. So I
Most
think everybody,
competitive with the premium market at the higher end phones.
for us.
Awesome. Thank you. Extremely quick and responsive, really smooth camera movement, really smooth movements on the home page. Camera's bitrate's a lot faster. Usually with most Android phones, I think the sucky part of the camera is usually drop the frame rate while you're for the normal viewfinder. But here it's much faster. I think like the set frame rate is 60 frames per second, not even 25. Looks pretty good. And that's the second sensor. So that's 16 megapixels and 20 megapixels. Pretty damn good. But what most people don't realize is the biggest benefit that comes with the dual cameras in portrait mode. So the advantage here is even when you're using like the one, if you're using say 16 megapixels, the 20 megapixel gets a little side angle of the photo. So it ends up getting more data to analyze where the subject is, where the object is, and where the background is. So it helps to blur out the background a lot better. Hence, portrait mode gets a lot better with the dual camera system. OnePlus wanted to put this into like the OnePlus 3T, but they spoke about it in their video with The Verge that they thought that the cost of educating the market with the dual camera was way too high. So Apple did it for them. Which again makes sense. OnePlus as a company does something with so much impact, yet they only have a few hundred employees. Apple and Google, Samsung on the other hand, tens of thousands. It's insane. Beautiful phone though. Feels really great to hold. I think the back looks phenomenal. It's the best back there's yet. Kind of sort of similar to the iPhone, but otherwise I'm really enjoying it. Even though they haven't eliminated bezels completely like everyone's going to be doing in 2017, I think the screen's really nice nonetheless. The display is beautifully sharp. Wallpapers, I don't know about these abstract wallpapers, I don't really like them a lot. Stock apps are pretty much the same as any other flagship Android phone. It has the OnePlus community app built in, and hang on, I didn't try the selfie camera. Oh lord, this is phenomenal. It is insanely sharp. Again, really great frame rate. Feels amazing to look at. Very nice balanced exposures, a lot of light in the background, but it balances out really well. And this is not even in portrait mode. Build quality is it's really light. Very, very, very light. I mean, if you compare to the iPhone 7, 7 Plus, at least it is phenomenally light. I really like the idea of USB-C. I have believed in USB-C for a while. And I think this is another step towards the whole technology scene. I think this gets us that much closer to the whole market just transforming to USB-C, and that's awesome. Kept the headphone jack, but that was pretty funny. So that's basically the advantage that OnePlus has with being such a small company, right? They get to answer more specifically to their customer base. So even for small things like the headphone jack, all they did was put out like a Twitter poll on whether everyone liked the headphone jack, and the majority of the people said they would, so they kept it. It's as simple as that. I think that really sets them apart from, especially when it comes to manufacturing flagships. And I think that's one of the biggest advantages, and that's what sets them apart when it comes to manufacturing flagship phones. Overall, great experience, thoroughly enjoyed the event. It was well organized. Because of the rain, there was a slight delay, but I think they started the event on time, so I got it already begun. I think that's pretty awesome though. Punctuality is important, especially when you're manufacturing flagships.